She was, oh, we never get along. Tears with the others, because so she always
So let them take
told me
over.
she gets everything. Oh, exactly. Oh, really? So she said, you need to do this, that, that. Man, I might not even elect you. I might not even win. See, so, but then I didn't like
Y'all
Saxon
ready?
either. So, yeah. That's when she like sort of liked me.
This meeting is called to order. And our first thing is board action. We have a resolution to appoint a treasurer pro tem. And I will read that resolution. Whereas the Board of Education desires to appoint a temporary treasurer to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the office of treasurer during board meetings and until such time as a permanent treasurer is able to assume those duties. Now, therefore, be it resolved that a majority vote of the members of the board hereby appoint Kelly Dennis, school board member, to serve in the place of the treasurer as pro tem until such time as a permanent treasurer can assume those duties. And I will make a motion for that resolution. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Porter? Any discussion? And I'll take the roll.
Mrs. Corzine,
Yes.
Mr. Dennis,
Stain.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Bonner.
Yes.
Okay. And then Kelly will take over on the roll for the rest. Okay, so Mr. Dennis, roll please.
Yeah, roll call. Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Porter.
Here.
Mr. Bonner.
Here.
Mrs. Corzine.
Present.
Mr. Dennis, present.
And this meeting is being recorded and live streamed, I believe. Pledge of Allegiance, Mrs. Hawthorne, we'll let you
Yes, so
take over
I'm
here.
excited to share 3 of our outstanding little preschoolers. We have Lucas Valentine, Rosiah Metter, and Nellie Kern with us tonight. And they have been practicing the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, so we're ready to go. Are you ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You guys did an amazing job. That was the best Pledge of Allegiance ever. All right, next is adoption of the board agenda with the addendum, and also we're going to move the presentation and public participation to before the executive session. So do I have a motion to adopt the agenda for today's meeting with those changes? Oh,
So
sorry.
moved.
I've got to do an addition to the, I'm
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, we inadvertently left off under the certified recommendations. The ESL teacher is Danielle Tackett. She'll be an MA Step 0. I apologize for that.
Sorry, I forgot to.
That's
let you
okay.
do that. Okay, so a motion to approve the agenda with those changes.
I make the motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? Roll, please.
Mr. Porter.
Yes.
Mr. Bonner.
Yes.
Mrs. Corzine.
Yes.
Mr. Dennis. Yes. Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
All right, and then we'll go into presentations. Debbie, do you want to introduce Sarah for that?
Yeah, Mrs. Hawthorne, who's our preschool teacher and online supervisor, I'm sorry, has asked a couple of her preschoolers to come up and give us a presentation. And I don't know where she's going. Oh, there's a table over there. Okay. So this is going to be hands-on. This won't be a stand and deliver. Thank you.
Just like at home, and
Yeah, if you need to use
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
That's all right, I'll move over.
How are you? Good.
My name is Sarah Hawthorne. I'm the principal and.
Thank you.
Okay. My name is Sarah Hawthorne. I'm the preschool principal, and I am very thankful that we have three wonderful students to share with us tonight, and several amazing staff members who have come to support the presentation tonight as well. And we have Miss Janelle Frazee, who is our preschool reading teacher, who's going to share some things with you. Just to mention a couple of things about the preschool, we kind of went through a revitalization this year. Some exciting times, breathing some new life into the program, and we're thankful for the board's support as well as the community support with that. And one of the strong focuses that we have, of course, as a district, is improving the literacy skills of our students. And the more we can do that at a younger age and build those really strong foundational skills, the better off all of our kids are going to be. So I'm going to let Janelle share a little bit with you while I get our kiddos up here ready to go. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, just kind of give you a picture of what we do in the reading room. When a student is given the opportunity to go to the reading room, the entire experience is focused precisely on what each individual child or student needs to become a successful reader. In order to individualize learning, our students are grouped into light ability groups of 6 or less. One-on-one time is also offered throughout the school days for additional support. One goal as a reading teacher is for the students to relate learning to read to fun and excitement, along with the goal of building confidence through reading and writing experiences. When developing my lesson plans, a variety of strategies, including technology and hands-on activities, are utilized to increase student engagement. We do a ton of happy dances when hard work is shown and goals are met. The students at Chillicothe STEM Preschool are excited to come to the reading room, and they show up ready to learn. To enrich our comprehensive literacy plan, high-quality running records and assessments are used. Next year, we're adding new skills reports such as sight words, rhyming, counting syllables, print concept, and book handling. This will provide the students with additional personalized learning and exposure to a wider range of skills and goals. The reading room opens up additional opportunities to support students who are acquiring reading skills at different rates by, number one, eliminating frustration for the students that need extra time, and number two, allowing the students to acquire new skills at a faster rate to continue moving forward. With our goal being to prepare our students for kindergarten, literacy goals of which we strive to help them meet as preschoolers are explicitly taught, along with exposing all students to higher level skills that will be taught in kindergarten. Running records will also be passed to the kindergarten teachers for extra support for our students who are moving forward. In conclusion, the reading room provides enriched, personalized learning opportunities and creates a solid foundation for our Chillicothe STEM preschool students to build on in the years to follow. So we have our 3 students here that are going to read. They have worked on writing their own sentences. They came up with their own sentences, and we wrote them, and now they're ready to read them. So Ms. Rosai, you want to go first?
I like to eat ice cream.
All right, Miss Nellie's going to read hers next.
I like to paint the pond.
And last but not least, Mr. Mitchell.
Like to talk.
Very good. Okay, and that is all we have for you. Do you guys have any questions?
This is wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so proud of it.
You should.
Yeah, you guys did great.
Good job.
Thanks for coming tonight.
That was Rick's tears right.
Oh, I do. That's a nice way to start the meeting. Next, we'll have public participation. Welcome to visitors to this and all board meetings. The board desires citizens of the district to attend its meetings so that they become better acquainted with the operations and programs of the schools, and so that the board may have an opportunity to hear the wishes and ideas of the public. All meetings of the board are open to the public and the media. Do we have anyone who wanted to speak today? And if you would just state your name and address for us, that would be great.
Nancy McNeely, 14 I could not hear really from treasurer.
Well, we appointed Mr. Dennis to fill in as the pro tem. That's what we did tonight. Okay, sorry.
Okay, the reason I came this evening is because at the January meeting, they were talking about committees and the possibility of people in committees serving on those committees. Has anything
Not as of yet.
are those committees presently set up?
No. No, not other than the board committees. We have board committees, but we haven't expanded those yet.
Because I was under the impression that they were going to allow members of the committee to participate.
We'll continue to talk about that. And
Okay, because Dr. Cooney expressed interest in some of those as well.
all right. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mrs. McNeely.
Is there anyone else who wanted to address the board? Seeing or hearing no one, we are going to move into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employees or regulated individuals, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee or regulated individual unless such person requests a public hearing. Is there a motion to move into executive session?
I move we go into executive session.
I'll second.
Mr. Porter seconds. Any discussion? Roll, please.
Mr. Dennis, yes. Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Bonner,
Yeah.
Mrs. Corzine.
Yes. Timeout will be 5:15. And we'll be back.
Yeah.
Where we're meeting.
Yeah, we're just going to go down that room we normally go to down the hall here.
I want a couple more.
All right, where are we?
She sent me
Oh, yeah. I was gonna go. I was at the carnival, so I didn't go there. Okay, we're back in session at 5:48, and we'll be taking action on the items discussed in executive session under superintendent recommendations. Next, I did want to ask for a moment of silence for Melissa Gallagher. Sorry I didn't do that earlier. She passed away last week, and it was on Wednesday of last week. She's been with the district for 9 years. Started out as a bus driver and then became our transportation director about 2 years ago. And she had a rough end to her life, and I'd like to have a moment of silence for her, please. Thank you. We do not have any word on services for her yet, so when we do, I'm sure Debbie will pass those on to everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, next is legislative update. Kelly, do you have anything?
I don't have any updates this month.
Treasurer reports and recommendations.
So with the treasurer report and recommendations, we have A, which is the meeting minutes from the March 28th regular session and the March 31st work session. We have B, the financial reports, approval of the financial reports for the month of March 2022. And those are attached. And then C is acceptance of the gifts and donations, which are listed below from River's Edge Orthodontics, Milton Dean, Ed's Tires, Gerber Insurance, North Fork Animal Clinic, Krista Hickman. I believe that's all.
Is there a motion to accept the treasurer's recommendations?
I'll motion.
Mr. Porter, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Kelly? Any discussion? Roll, please.
Mrs. Corzine,
Yes.
Mr. Dennis, yes. Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Bonner.
Yes.
Next are superintendent recommendations, and I want to make a slight change here. Item number 6, we're going to pull and vote on separately. So, do you want me to do that one first?
You want to
or-
do that one first? That'll
Okay,
make
we'll
it
go
easier.
ahead and do that. That's the employment under classified administrative. Nick Overly, Assistant Treasurer, effective May 10th, Bachelor's Step 6. Is there a motion to approve that recommendation?
I'll make a motion. Go ahead.
I'll second.
So Mr. Bonner and Mr. Porter. Any discussion? Roll, please.
Mrs. Corzine,
Yes.
Mr. Bonner,
Yes.
Mr. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Dennis, no.
Okay.
And so everything else then, Debbie?
So I'd like to recommend A through E. And under personnel, just recognize Krista Hickman. She was a school psychologist part-time for us. Did a great job, but she retired. And Lena Bissett also is a regular or ELA teacher. And she's taken a job closer to home. And Jessica Powers has resigned. And then also recommending Addie Metzger for the music job. There you are. You want to stand up real quick. Music job at the primary. And Matt Smart is in the back here, new school psychologist. And Holly Stepp, where are you? There you are. Science teacher at the middle school. Nick Overly, assistant treasurer. Back there. And then Danielle Tackett, ESL specialist. So those are the recommendations for new people.
All right, is there a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendations?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll, please.
Mr. Bonner,
Yes.
Mrs. Corzine,
Yes.
Mr. Dennis, yes. Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Porter.
Yes.
All right, I don't see any discussion items. Board member comments. I would like to start off by thanking Deb Lawwell for her 9 years of service to the district. Some of her greatest accomplishments and achievements with us were getting us through the building of the new primary and intermediate schools, managing the care and ESSER monies throughout the pandemic, and which continues, and has always been very fiscally responsible in all ways for our district. And one of the things she really prided herself in always was working so hard for the health care for the employees of the district. Anybody else have any comments?
Well, I would just echo your thoughts about Ms. Lawwell. We appreciate the effort she gave the district for 9 years. I know that she was always very conscientious and her heart was in the right place, and wish her nothing but the best of luck in her new endeavor.
Nothing else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, is there a second? I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you all for coming today.
Those little preschoolers, my goodness.
Who does this need to be? Anybody?